Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, among others, converged to honor the elder statesman. Recounting the virtues General Yakubu Gowon stands for, the First Lady, who explained she was 6 years old when they took office, also highlighted his simplicity and patriotism. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has paid a courtesy visit to Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi over the death of more than 100 people as a result of tanker explosion. APC chairman took time in Dutse, the state capital, to visit and sympathize with victims of the fire incidents.
This very unfortunate accident and incidents. There's no doubt this kind of situation is a worry to everybody, especially to the families, to the people of Jigawa State and to the Nigeria. We are here in the hospital in order to see those who are suffering from injuries, and luckily enough and happily enough, the government of Jigawa State is doing everything to take care of those who are suffering from various injuries.
The APC's national chairman also used the opportunity to congratulate Jigawa State Governor on maintaining peace and stability in the state, expressing gratitude and happiness for a peaceful, free, and credible local government election conducted by Jigawa State Independent Electoral Commission. Let's turn to other stories for you. As the 2024 Ondo State governorship election scheduled for 16 November approaches, the political atmosphere is rapidly peaceful, with many eyes on the factors that could influence the democratic exercise and shape the economic situation of the state. Kikelomo Okeri has details.
Beyond the candidates vying for the top office in Ondo State, the election is expected to test the capacity of the electoral body to conduct a free, fair, and peaceful election. Residents of Ondo State are calling on the Ondo State governor to improve the economic situation of the state as well as job creation.
He came on board when he was deputy governor. That is also because of how they neglected him. That is why we have sympathy for him. All of us are not APC members, yes, so but now everybody now, at least in Ondo State now, 90% now are APC. Because we have sympathy for him, everybody want to work for him. We want to work for APC this time. But we want APC to do more as regards the hardship that's on ground now. We want APC to buckle up their belts and work very hard to make sure things easy for the people of Nigeria and especially Ondo State.
Remain the same because they are still the people in power before the governorship stuff was now given to him. So we are not looking forward to anything different from what we had started already. So I believe he will still do well. He will still do well.
The poor, to help the younger ones that they are looking for a job, at least the little they give them to help their family. That is it.
Well, what we expect from anybody that wins the election is to make sure that the condition of this state change. Like, you know, people are crying, there's no food, there's no money. So if they can change the situation, then everybody will be okay.
So far in Akure, the capital of Ondo State, the atmosphere is peaceful as people are going about their normal businesses. Residents of the state expect Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to improve the economic situation of the state. From Akure, Ondo State capital, Kikelomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Thank you so very much, Kikelomo Okeri. Just to let our viewers know that Global Television will be following the campaign train and, of course, the election proper, scheduled for 16th of November in Ondo State, and our news crew will be on the ground all through this period to bring you up to speed. Minister of State for Water Resources and Sanitation, Bello Golorunyo, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to strengthening water users associations in public irrigation schemes as a critical step towards achieving food security and economic growth. This was disclosed in a press statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Fumi Imoitinya, at the South-South Regional Workshop on the establishment and strengthening of water resources and sanitation in public irrigation. Kebbi State government has set up a committee to recover the money stolen from the offense accounts. A sum of 2.1 billion naira had been disbursed to 1,849 orphans in the state by the World Muslim League through bank transfer to cater to their education and upkeep. While briefing journalists in Birni Kebbi, the Commissioner for Religious Affairs, Alhaji Muhammad Sani Aliu, says some guardians entrusted with the money engaged in fraudulent withdrawal. He says Governor Nasir Idris had directed the immediate recovery of the money in full and that it should be returned to the orphans. President Bola Tinubu has extended warm congratulations to the Oba of Benin, Ewari II, as he marks his 71st birthday on October 20, which commemorated the 8th anniversary of his ascension to the throne of his ancestors. In a statement released by the special advisor to the president, Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu lauded the reign of the 40th Oba of Benin, noting that since his coronation in 2016, the monarch has ushered in a new era of peace, understanding, and civility among the people of the kingdom. The president highlighted the monarch's distinguished career in diplomacy, which has influenced his leadership style. The principal of Abuja Rehabilitation Center, Bala Shoho Musa, has been killed by a yet-to-be-identified assailant. Musa, popularly referred to as Comrade, was reportedly found dead on Friday night inside the center located in Kuchiko, a community in Boari Area Council of Abuja. The center was originally set up by the Federal Capital Territory Administration for skill acquisition training to beggars and other people arrested in the territory over public nuisance. Let's turn to the northwest now, where Sokoto State Police Command has cracked down on a kidnapping syndicate, arresting the prime suspect, 18-year-old Abba Aliu, who is a neighbor to the complainant from the Baden Hanya area of the state. A statement by the spokesman of the command, ASP Ahmed Rufai, says on October 16, 2024, at about 1200 hours, Ibrahim Shehu had reported to the anti-kidnapping units attached to the Criminal Investigation Department in Sokoto that his son, Saidu Ibrahim, 2-year-old, had gone missing since October 13, 2024, at about 1800 hours. The Commissioner of Police, CP Ahmed Musa, reiterated the command's commitment to combating crime and praised personnel's efforts in ensuring the successful arrests of the suspect. The Nigerian Immigration Service says it has deployed advanced e-border solutions to over 80 crossing points across the country in its ongoing efforts to enhance border security and curb trans-border crimes. Controller General of the service, Kemi Nandap, disclosed these during a visit to his head office in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital. Nandap noted that the deployment marked the first phase of the e-border project, a critical step in modernizing border surveillance and control in the country. You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News on Global Television, coming to you from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the news returns, Nigerian Football Federation president vows to protect Nigeria's identity and dignity. Details of this and more shortly. Please stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you a live broadcast of Midday News with Uyi Agmofwebe. We appreciate you for your time with us. Now time to talk some business. The federal government is discussing with the World Bank the possibility of securing a $500 million loan to support basic education. The loan is part of the World Bank's Hope for Quality Basic Education for All initiative, which aims to improve learning outcomes and address the challenges of out-of school children. Expected to receive formal approval by March 2025, the project is a key component of Nigeria's efforts to reform its struggling education sector. The federal government has declared that electricity distribution companies must replace any meter phased out due to a meter upgrade. It declared this through the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, and clarified that though there is no directive to phase out Unistar meters as claimed, they will soon be out of operation due to an upgrade in technology and its users will not be able to vend. The Commission noted that any meter currently being replaced by discos must be substituted to ensure no disruption to customers' metering needs. The federal government plans to reduce the price of food commodities through implementation of a 0% duty and exemption from value-added tax on selected basic food items are increasingly becoming difficult to achieve. The challenge is underscored by an alarming increase in the average price of imported food items, which rose to 878.3 price point index in September this year, reflecting broader economic pressures. On July 8, 2024, the federal government announced a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities to ensure a reduction in food inflation in Nigeria. The federal government has approved the disbursement of 12.911 billion naira to some parastatals under the Federal Ministry of Health. The parastatals are the National Health Insurance Authority, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, as well as the National Emergency Management Service and Ambulance System. The amount was approved at the 8th meeting of the Ministerial Oversight Committee of the Basic Health Care Provision Fund in Abuja. The committee stated that the fund was disbursed for fourth quarter of 2024 based on the current BHCPF guidelines. Now time to go foreign. A drone has been launched towards the private residence of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in the coastal town of Caesarea, his officials said. The Prime Minister's office said he and his wife were, however, not at the location and there were no injuries in the incident. It comes after the Israeli military said 3 drones were launched from Lebanon into Israel, with one hitting a building in Caesarea. The Israeli government has not said whether the building was part of the Prime Minister's residence nor the extent of the damage. Russia says it has taken the village of Zoryan in eastern Ukraine, enabling its troops to approach the industrial hub of Kurakov. Russia's defense ministry said the locality of Zoryan has been liberated. Russia has been concentrating its offensive on Kurakov with Moscow's troops at its gates, just a few kilometers from the center. Beaches in the Australian city of Sydney have reopened for swimmers after being closed earlier this week when thousands of mysterious black tar-like beetles washed ashore, prompting health concerns. Officials say tests found the beetles to be formed from chemicals similar to those in cosmetics and cleaning products, but it's still unclear where they came from. 8 beaches, including Bundy, the city's most famous, were closed and a massive cleanup ordered amid fears the black deposits were toxic. Cuba is experiencing a nationwide blackout after its main energy plant failed, knocking out power to its 10 million people. Its power grid collapsed on Friday, that's according to the Energy Ministry. Grid officials say they did not know how long it would take to restore power. However, the island has suffered months of lengthy blackouts, prompting the Prime Minister to declare an energy emergency. Some excitement now from the world of sports. Nigeria will look to build upon their blistering start when they face Ecuador at Santiago, Los Angeles for the second Group A match of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in the Dominican Republic. Bankole Oloworoke's team thrashed New Zealand 4-1 in their opening match at the same venue just on Wednesday, while Ecuador secured the 2-0 win over Dominican Republic in the group's second game of the day, the tournament's opener at the same venue. Both teams have 3 points each, and a win will take them to the last 8 as the tournament enters the make-or-break stage on the third day. Former world champion Carl Froch has cautioned Anthony Joshua against rushing into an immediate rematch with Daniel Dubois. Froch, a respected voice in the boxing community, believes Joshua should take time to regroup following his shocking 5th-round knockout loss to Dubois on September 21 at Wembley. The president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusso, has vowed to fight with everything to protect the dignity of the country and the lives of the players. The resolve comes on the maltreatment of Nigeria's senior men's national team by Libyan authorities during their trip to the country for the second leg of their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying Group D fixture against the Mediterranean Knights, only to be subjected to inhumane treatments upon arrival. And that's all we have for you on the midday news, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on Global Television. We'd like to remind all of our viewers that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365, Star Times 276, and free to air on Nigecomsat. Kindly follow us across all of our social media platforms using the handle at Global TVNG, as well as other handles as you now see on your screen. We'll see you again at 4 o'clock West African time on News Express.